Welcome back. You're watching News X. My name is Vineet Malhotra. Union Minister Amit Shah today spoke on the allegations that the centre is trying to remove the Mughal legacy. He said that no contributions will be disrespected, but no one should object if someone wants to establish the traditions of this country. His statements come days after the Mughal gardens were renamed, leading to political outrage. He backed the decision of the centre and the state government as well and thought out decisions. Listen in to what was said and then we debate.
कंट्रीब्यूशन कोई नहीं हटाना चाहिए, ना हम भी हटाना चाहते हैं, परंतु इस देश की परंपरा को अगर कोई स्थापित करना चाहते हैं तो इसमें किसी की आपत्ति नहीं। एक भी शहर ऐसा नहीं है जिसका पुराना नाम न हो और बदला है। इसको हमने बहुत सोच समझकर हमारी
government, the now central government, is trying to erase a relevant part of our history and re-establish, an era or a time which basically does not take into account what.
Now Ghazi, I feel in today's.
Taking a leaf out of Mr. Nigam and what he said that, indicate towards our history being compromised in favor of, a certain type of history. Do you think that this rectification which is happening right now is in due accordance and in due diligence to that?
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show. Whether it is rectification or not, I think I don't want to sit on the seat of judgment to say that. Prima facie, I don't agree it's rectification as such, but okay. Coming to the point about changing names. So, if the names are being changed and the names of some cities had been kept on names on certain people who were cruel or they did massacre, the name by a previous speaker, he said, then it's fine, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Why should anybody defend? So first of all, I'm not here to defend the Mughals or whatever this whole dynasty, but the intention has to be clear. So if we are changing names just so that the names do not sound the non-Sanskrit names or something of that sort, then it doesn't really help. But if the intention is that we should not eulogize the people who have not been good to the Indian people, definitely everybody should support it. But before that, I would like to, it's my duty to just correct my previous speaker who said about population increase. And there's the population of Muslims was 9.4 and it increased a few percentage points. The reason of increase is not because they were Muslims and they are breeding more. No, it's because majority Muslims are illiterate. Majority Muslims do not know what is how to control the population and what they should do about it. Because if all Muslims were like that, the whole Middle East would have grown like anything. They have money, they have the resources, and you see the way they are growing. Some of them are growing at the negative rate or a very normal world rate. So the linking increase in population of Muslims with the religion, I take a strong objection to that. Coming back to the change in name once again. So let's see, people have been talking about English names also. Now I've been reading that why we are keeping Central Vista as a name if you really want. Why don't we keep a Sanskrit name? So if you really want to go back to the roots, we should read and we should go back to the Vedas and Upanishads. That's where our roots are. Let's put them in a life for the whole country, irrespective of religion. Let's follow the teachings of Vedas and Upanishads. That's something connecting the real root, connecting the real Sanskriti with us, rather than just doing the symbolic thing of changing the names. Let's do some introspection of what has improved. Like Calcutta was changed to Kolkata or Madras was changed to Chennai. Has it improved anything? Let's do some sort of we are people who have done 15 years of studies and postgraduates and PhDs and whatever. So let's any action.
I get your point. I get your point. Okay, I get your point. Let me in fact take the point that you have just professed to Mr. Sandeep Chatra as well. Mr. Chatra, do you think that this rechristening of names amounts to actual prosperity, or do you think this is necessary because the legacy is at stake?
Thank you, Vineet, for having me here, and greetings to all. And let me just quickly say and weigh in on the question of history first of all. And Dr. Deshratan Nigam rightly said. Let me begin there. You see, history is, in my view, maybe a slight difference from him, is ultimately reinterpretation. It's not cast in stone. History is interpretation in the end of the day, and the history of history is actually one of rewriting and reinterpretation globally as well. So I don't see that as sacrosanct, any history. And it is a political project and needs to be engaged with. Now, if the working classes of the world, and including in India, were writing the history, they would not be writing the history of the king. Renaming self. So we celebrate the compositeness of the
Taj Mahal. But here is, we have Agra Fort and Agra.
Want it? Swiggy it.
You will see a lot of things that have been taught to us were opinions, not the history, historical facts. And
Thank you, Viniji. And I think, see, history is as much about the past and interpretation of the past, but it is also as much about messaging for future. And it is that messaging for future which not just limited to renaming, but a more substantive flourishing of what we need to be. Thank you.
Great points. Mr. Hussain, concluding thoughts, quickly, please.
Yeah, I think I have nothing to add to what Mr. Chacha said. Really, we have to take the positivity, the constructive part, the egalitarianism, inclusivity from the history, and we should build up our future on history. So the renaming could be part of it, which is okay, but that's not should be the aim, and I believe and I hope that's not the aim for renaming, which is going on. And anything which is a fact, which is a bitter truth, which could incite passions and which could make things worse for the country. That also, I'm sure, government is looking into it, and they would not like to make it bigger so that the excellent environment that is there now, economy is growing up. So that should not, the people's attention should not be diverted to history. Now we need to divert our attention towards economy, and which is happening. I mean, we are growing. The whole world is looking at us. That's my
Okay, Mr. Kaul, quickly, sir. Concluding thoughts, sir.
E.H. Carr has written What is History? He has written a book. He was a great historian. He has written What